Hello, Emma from Team Living Your Dream, and today in 7-Minute Success Secrets, I'm talking about the number one reason why people don't achieve success in whatever they are choosing to do. And that thing, the biggest reason why people don't achieve success is their own negative mind, self-sabotaging. When people who are successful, or if you think back to a time when you have achieved success in anything in life, think about that time and think about how you were feeling during that time. When you achieve it, doesn't matter whether it was something at school or something at home or something you just felt you did particularly well. And what was going on in your life at that time and what you were doing? How were you feeling? People who are successful in whatever they choose to do, they think positively. They don't stop to think about the what ifs. What if it goes wrong? What if it doesn't happen? What if nobody buys my product? What if nobody signs up to my team? What if I lose the money? They don't think like that. They just do. They just get on and do it. And they don't even contemplate failure. They take massive action because they have self-belief in what they're doing. And so they follow what they believe is the right path. Now that all comes from their mind. When people don't achieve a success, it's because their mind starts hijacking their imagination and making up negative reasons why they're not going to achieve the success or why it can't be done. What actually happens is if we look at it from the brain's point of view, you have two parts to your brain. You have your intellect, which is technically called the higher cortex, the right and left hemispheres of your higher cortex. And then we've also got this primitive brain, which is what evolutionary terms is what we started with, which is, people call it our animal brain or our childlike brain. It's the part we develop first, which is concerned with survival. Now, what happens is when you start thinking in a negative way, or when you start feeling down, if you're not well, or if things start going wrong, you start focusing on the negative, and you start thinking in a negative way that starts putting obstacles in your place, and it will deliberately stop you doing anything that puts you outside your comfort zone. So it will stop you doing anything new. Your primitive brain, your survival brain, wants you to do the things you did yesterday because yesterday you survived, so it'll encourage you to do them again today. Now, if you've been working off that primitive part of your brain and you contemplate doing something new or taking a big step or taking a positive risk on taking a chance in life, that primitive brain will step in and go, oh no, don't do that. It's a scam, or it's not real, or you could lose anything, or what if you can't do it? And it will start putting all these obstacles in your way. And this is the number one reason why people don't achieve the success they want. They might start off positively, but it's all, when you're working towards achieving something and achieving something new, at some point you will get to new ground you haven't been before. It's a bit like climbing a mountain. When you start off, yeah, I've done that before, I know that works, I'll do that and that and that. But if you want to achieve success above and beyond you've ever achieved before, you've got to do things you've never done before. You've got to learn new things. You've got to invest in yourself, and you've got to try things. And a lot of it is about experimentation. It's trying something. Now, what can happen is people get too emotionally involved in that experimentation and the results. And if it doesn't go well, they start to think negatively. They don't just step back and go, oh, well, okay, we won't do that again. That didn't work. Let's try another route. Let's look for another path. Let's do something different. Let's tweak how we did things before. Let's test and measure how we did things and move on. They get emotionally involved and they get scared. And that fear of the unknown, the fear of not knowing exactly what the outcome is going to be, holds people back. It's that fear that puts them on the primitive brain that starts hijacking the imagination and making up reasons why you can't. And it'll tell you, oh, that'll never work, that's not going to happen, that's not real. And it'll even start judging other people without knowing. It will say, well, they're just making that up, that's not true. That's your imagination. And that's how people self-sabotage and stop themselves from being the success that they can be, from achieving the things that they can achieve. It's that negative thinking that will say, I can't do it, will hold them back. And it will hold them back mentally and physically. So, if you want to achieve success in anything, achieve success above and beyond you've ever achieved before, you've ever experienced before, you've got to be prepared to think positively, take massive action, and just go for it. There's very little that can't be put right if you do take a wrong path. So hey, what have you got to lose by trying something new? If you don't, you'll never know. But if you do, what if you can be a success? So that's it for today on 7-Minute Success Secrets. The number one reason why people don't achieve the success they want is their own self-sabotaging negative thinking. See you tomorrow. Bye.